Okay, everybody is wondering about furnishing their short-term rental properties. It's probably the biggest expense when it comes to having a short-term rental property. So how do you furnish your short-term rental property? Where do you find the furniture? How much should you spend? What should you buy? That's what we're talking about. Let's go. In this video, I'm going to be covering where you should be looking to find furniture, how much furniture you need, how much money you should spend, and I'm going to give you some secrets on how to get discounts and how to get low price furniture that's really high quality. So number one, when you're talking about buying furniture for your short-term rental, the first thing that you want to do before you go to any store to buy anything is you want to start with your house or your apartment. You want to go through with a white piece of paper and you want to map out the entire house. Go through every single room and map out the house. Think about where the bed will be, where the dresser will be, if there will be a TV in that room, if there's going to be one nightstand or two nightstand. You want to go through and map out the house. You want to think about what furniture is needed in every single room and account for that furniture. Once we kind of decide what furniture we're going to put in, then we can decide where we're going to get it and if it's even necessary. But step one, before you even go to any stores and just start shopping and buying random things, you really need to know, okay, what do I absolutely need? What pieces do I need before you make a move? Number two, after you have mapped out your entire house, you're going to outline each of the rooms and you're going to outline what is needed in each room. So of course, every bedroom needs a bed. But what size bed? Are you going to put a king, a queen, twins, a bunk bed? You need to determine how many people can comfortably sleep in your home and determine how to make each room fit that so that you can maximize and increase the number of people that can sleep in your home. Now that you've outlined the rooms and you've decided this room can comfortably sleep two, you may think to yourself, well, maybe it could sleep three if it had an air mattress in the closet, or if it had a pull-out, or if it had a trundle under it, things like that. Now, when it comes to the master bedroom, I don't suggest you doing this. Sometimes the master bedroom, it really needs to compare to a hotel room and have a king bed in there, for example, a nightstand, a TV. The master bedroom really needs to be like a hotel. So don't do this with the master bedroom. If you only have a one bedroom, do not stack a bunch of beds in that room, okay? Think about this, but be strategic and be realistic with what people might enjoy. Once you have your list and you've outlined what furniture is needed in each property, go ahead and start to outline a budget, okay? You need to outline a budget. How much are you going to spend? I'm gonna give you some great tools and tips, and you'll actually see a little bit of footage in here from some properties that are Airbnb that talk about how to get some beds pretty inexpensively. And I'm gonna tell you kind of where to get some of those beddings. But one of the things that we do is we like beds that are sturdy and they can hold a lot of people. But at the same time, we don't want to spend a lot of money. So if you're thinking about beds, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on the beds. You don't want to get those fancy beds that cost thousands of dollars. You really want something that's sturdy and that is nice looking, but is going to do the job. This is not your home. You don't want upholstery and diamonds and studs and all that other stuff. You want a nice bed that's comfortable, and you're gonna end up spending some money on mattresses. So take the time to research what some mattresses cost. Get the prices of king, queen, twin, full. Know what mattresses cost, because that's where you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money. I'm not saying spend a ton of money on mattresses, but please do not buy $100 mattresses when you should be buying $300 mattresses. All right, now that we have our budget, we are gonna start shopping. And the key to shopping for furniture for your short-term rental is sturdy and basic. If you don't remember anything else, remember those two words: sturdy and basic. You'll see from the beds from the footage that we're showing you now, these beds are sturdy and basic. They are from IKEA. So I'm gonna give you some great stores that you can go to. So IKEA is one. They have some stuff that is inexpensive but sturdy. They also have some stuff that is inexpensive and not sturdy. Again, we want sturdy. So think about it. Is it metal? That's probably good. Or is it like a cheap wood? You want the metal. You would want something that's sturdy and it's going to be able to hold people that have weight, okay? And everybody is, 10 pounds. People are full size. These are adults that are sleeping on the bed, and you want to make sure that they don't break your beds when they sit on them. So you want a sturdy basic bed. So I'm going to give you some stores that you can go to. Again, IKEA is number one. Another great store to get furniture for your short-term rental is Rooms To Go. Now, yes, this could be a little bit more expensive, and of course, this video is not endorsed by them. I got no money from Rooms To Go or from IKEA or any of these stores. I'm just telling you the truth. Rooms To Go has some really great furniture, but not all of it is going to be good for what you're trying to do. Remember, basic and sturdy. So you're not going for those high-end things. You're not going for things that are super expensive, but they have some great brands like 𝗡𝗡𝗄 and a few other of their brands that are national brands. They're sturdy. They're not very expensive. And the great thing about Rooms To Go, why I do recommend it in many cases, is because they have a great credit program where you can borrow the money for that furniture, have it making money for you while you're making payments. So for many people, this is a great way to get started. Yeah, you're taking on a little bit of debt, but that debt is being paid back from the business that you have running. The next place you want to get furniture is going to be used furniture, okay? So Salvation Army, Goodwill, consignment stores, they're going to be a great place to get a lot of things that you need. Now, of course, we are not buying mattresses and beds most likely from, Salvation Army and Goodwill. However, they do have actually the bed frames. I would totally buy those. But another great thing that they have that I absolutely love is decor. Yes, decor. One of the things that you will spend some money on when furnishing your home are decor. It can't just be a bed. There needs to be a little plant, or there needs to be something on the wall, a nice painting, little decor for the wall. And Goodwill, Salvation Army, consignment stores, these used furniture places, they have a ton of that stuff. People give away that stuff like crazy, and I usually get pretty much all of my decor from used stores. I pretty much get all of my decor from stores where people have donated those items, and I get them for a great price. And last but not least, you want to stick to your budget. So you made the budget, please stick to it. So many times people will go out and they start shopping and they just start buying things and spending more than they wanted to spend. If you wrote down that you are spending this amount, you should try to stick to that, because you are going to get way off of your business if you start spending more money than you had budgeted for. If you're finding that you didn't budget enough, then you need to look at the internet and see if you can find things for those prices. A lot of times you can find things on Amazon and online at a better price than you can out in a store. Additionally, you want to do your research before you go to the store, especially if you are finding that you are not finding things for the prices that you set in mind. Something's either wrong with your budget or you're not at the right stores. All right, guys, so that's how you will furnish your short-term rental property. Follow those steps and you will be successful. All right, so go ahead and take this moment and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Please go ahead and like this video if you've enjoyed what I've said. Comment below. Remember, I read all of your comments. I love commenting and replying with you and teaching you all of these things so that you can be successful in your new businesses and the businesses that you already have to your success.